Good afternoon, everyone. I am Arafat. I am a lecturer from IT department at Sydney Met. So thanks a lot to the organizers for giving me the opportunity to present in this webinar series. Today I'm going to talk about building confidence in presentation skills. I would like to start with a quote from the famous comedian Jerry Seinfeld. We can see the quote here. The main gist is public speaking is such a scary thing for average American or regardless of any nationality. It is even more scary than death. So he jokingly said at a funeral, people would rather prefer to be lying dead in a casket rather than doing a eulogy. That means speaking in front of people. Although he said it jokingly, but we all have this fear, nervousness for this presentation. So today we'll be discussing about how we can overcome this fear, nervousness, and how we can deliver with impact. So I will be sharing some of my experiences in my professional journey, how I think like there could be some useful tips that could be like really useful in this regard. Now I'd like to start why presentation skill matters. Definitely all our students as a part of their curricular activity, they have lot of group presentation. So they have to do presentation on a technical content. In our professional journey, we have to do presentation in front of our colleagues, our stakeholders, our clients. So presentation is basically a part and parcel of our professional and academic life. We cannot avoid it. But in a broader sense, I would like to quote President Barack Obama here. He famously said, a voice can change the world. A good presentation, a good public speaking can teach people, can inspire people, can influence people. It can leave a long lasting impression on them. So when you do presentation, we don't need to be overwhelmed with being perfectionist. To me, I feel the most important thing is to be clear what we are presenting and how we are connecting with the audience. That means whether we are being able to convey the message that we want to convey to the audience. That is the most important thing. There can be fumbles, there can be unexpected situations, but how we can handle that situation, the presentation skill actually matters a lot on those things. Now, the obvious question, why do we feel nervous when we do presentation? Now, we saw a quote from comedian Seinfeld. Mark Twain, he had even a stronger opinion about that. He said, all speakers are nervous. Some just admit it, some just lie about it. So, depending on the audience, we all sometimes feel nervous. It is in our human behavior. We always feel like we'll be judged. If we make some mistakes, people will laugh at us. People will have some negative impressions on us. So, we always try to be perfect. Sometimes we do not have proper preparation. We have not done our background research. We do not understand the content properly that we are going to deliver. Sometimes all the contents are right, delivery is right, but sometimes we just overthink about the audience reaction. We get some cue from the audience and we overthink. All these things affect our presentation skills. And this nervousness is reflected in our physical responses. Our voices get shaky, our palms start sweating, our heartbeats rise, and we cannot deliver the presentation properly. So, how we can prepare ourselves? That is the topic of the discussion in this webinar today. How we can build confidence in presentation. It is a combination of few things. It is not an isolated thing. We need to have the proper preparation, proper mindset, and also a lot of practice. It is not a skill that we acquire overnight. None is born as a very good speaker. All those speakers, good speaker we see, Barack Obama, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, they are not born as a very good speaker. They have practiced. Even those great speakers, they do practice. If we think about the stand-up comedians, Stephen Colbert, all these great comedian, great presenter, they do practice a lot. So mastery comes from repetition and reflection of our performance. We need to review our performance. Sometimes unexpected thing can happen. Now I will play a video clip where Elon Musk was handling an epic presentation failure. So I will give you the context. In this video, Elon Musk was introducing Cybertruck to the world, and he was claiming that the glasses of Cybertruck are bulletproof. Let's see how it went and how he handled the situation.
Let's see if these weekend
You have to
warriors
bear
know
with
what they're
me
doing.
because I didn't subscribe for YouTube Premium. Sorry about that.
Mitsubishi's most capable ute ever. Nothing can frighten a train.
Just drop it down a bit.
Not bad. Franz, could you try to break this glass, please? Yeah. Sure? Yeah. Oh my God. Well, maybe that was a little too hard. Sorry? It didn't go through. So that's a plus side.
Let's try the right.
Try that one? Really? Okay. Sure.
Oh, man.
It didn't go through. All right. Not bad. Room for improvement. All right. Let's see. So yeah.
Shoot it!
We did actually throw everything. We threw wrenches. We threw everything. We even literally threw the kitchen sink at the glass, and it didn't break. For some weird reason, it broke now. I don't know why. Just fix it in post.
So you can see how Elon Musk actually handled the situation. It only comes through practice. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so what are the processes? How we can build this kind of confidence of handling any situation? I call it the confidence building journey. I divide it in 3 stages. The first stage is before the presentation, where we build the foundation. We prepare ourselves for the best delivery. We prepare our content, we do the background research. During the presentation is when we project our confidence. We think about our body language. We think about our intonation, how we are varying our voice, how we are actually hooking up our audience, like in our presentation, how we attract them. And post-presentation is the time of reflection. We keep sustaining the confidence. We do reflection, how it went, and how we can improve. So let's have a discussion of each of those topics. So prior to presentation, the first thing is knowing our contents. We need to do background research, because if we know the content properly, then the confidence will be reflected in our presentation, especially for all those course presentation for the students. If we know about the content very well, then we can present confidently. Structuring is also very important. First, we need to introduce what we are going to talk about, and then we show the main points. And obviously, we finish with some takeaway messages so that it leave a long-lasting impression on your audience. We do not make word-for-word scripts because that makes us mechanical, boring. We only prepare key phrases and we talk naturally. Obviously, we should not crowd our slides with so many texts. Here we can see as example what we should not do. Because if we crowd our slides, then the audience will have hard time digesting what is going on. And there are so many sources of distraction these days. Everyone has their mobile phone, smartphone with them. And they will get distracted. They will lose concentration. So we use key bullet points. We reduce the number of texts. We use some visuals to attract the audience attention. That is very important. Also, we need to practice with purpose. We need to rehearse aloud and time our talk. Here we can refer to a quote from Dale Carnegie. He rightly said, if we want to learn swimming, we need to get into water. If we want to learn speaking, we need to do speaking. Unless we speak, we cannot learn speaking, how to present, right? So we need to speak a lot. We need to practice a lot. We can time ourselves so that we can finish our presentation within time. We can record ourselves so that we can play back and see what went well, what went bad, so that we can get a self-reflection. We can practice in front of a mirror or a small audience, in front of your peers who can give you constructive feedback. This practice session is very, very important. Even the seasoned presenter, they do practice a lot. Now, a very contemporary topic for preparing the presentation slides and the contents, that is using Gen AI tools wisely. Because we can always use Gen AI tools for preparation, but it should not replace our insights. We should give the prompt to Gen AI to get some idea, but we should not replace it for all the contents. Here is an example why you should not use it. So this is a journal. This is a scientific report from Nature Publishers. And this shows how much error, how much fabrication is done by ChatGPT models. So if we compare the models, the latest one, like now we have the GPT-5. So this was done back in 2023. So they have data from GPT 3.5 and 4. So if you look at the data, GPT-4, which is like more modern at the time, which was more modern, you can see the fabrication actually reduced. If you look at the table, the fabrication reduced. But the alarming fact is, even for the chapters, for the articles, you can still see alarming percentage of fabrication by ChatGPT or this kind of Gen AI tools. So we simply cannot use the content generated by these Gen AI tools and we cannot copy paste them verbatim because we need to verify the facts. There is a possibility that they will generate some fabricated, some false information, and if we cite them, it definitely reduces our credibility. So we need to be very careful because it's a very contemporary topic. We all use Gen AI tool. I have also used Gen AI tool. I have taken help from Gen AI tool for making this presentation. So in my slides, I have acknowledged that. It is very important we acknowledge AI if some contents or supporters are taken from there. So we should always acknowledge the resources. Some useful AI tool like Canva, Copilot, Tom, these are I found like they are quite useful. The next one is still we are in the pre-presentation stage, managing the environment. We should arrive early. We should test all the setup, microphone, projector, so that we are not like this person who is rushing to the presentation venue at the last moment and his heartbeat increasing. He doesn't know what to do. He's sweating and he doesn't have any control. He doesn't have any confidence in his presentation. We can have some backup, like sometimes the USB device can malfunction. So probably we can have an email backup. We should dress comfortably and professionally that is suitable for our occasion. That gives us confidence. Now, during the presentation, starting strong is so important because first impression is always very, very important for a presentation. So I would like to quote here comedian David Nihil. He said, according to him, the first 30 seconds of the presentation actually sets the tone for the entire presentation. Because as I said, there are lots of sources of distraction these days. If we cannot make our slides interesting, they will just look at their smartphones, they will look at their iPad, or maybe they will just doze off. They had a long day already. They will just doze off, they will just lose the concentration. So, capturing attention is very important. We need to think about this. We need to capture the attention immediately. We can start with an interesting fact, story, a quote. For in-person presentation, we need to walk in confidently. We need to smile, make an eye contact, try to engage the audience, which is my topic of discussion in the next slide. How we can actually engage, how we can use our body language to engage the audience. We can make a positive impression. There are some serious research about which kind of body language is appropriate for making a very impressive presentation. So I would like to play a video from Harvard Business School. They actually did a lot of research. What kind of body language is appropriate for presentation? Let's have a look at this video.
I don't know what I'm going to say, but
Research shows that sending the right kinds of nonverbal communication during a presentation can help you achieve more successful outcomes. Your ideas are important, but so is your body language. People who show positive, confident body language, such as smiling, maintaining eye contact, and persuasive gesturing, tend to be more successful presenters than those who display negative signals, such as fidgeting, stiff hand movements, and averted eyes. So, how can you send out the same signals and hopefully generate the same success? These 6 positions are indicators of effective, persuasive body language. The first one is the box. Early in Bill Clinton's political career, he would punctuate his speeches with big, wide gestures that made him appear untrustworthy. To help him keep his body language under control, his advisors taught him to imagine a box in front of his chest and belly and contain his hand movements within it. Since then, the Clinton box has become a popular term in the field. A second technique is called holding the ball. Gesturing as if you are holding a basketball between your hands is an indicator of confidence and control, as if you almost literally have the facts at your fingertips. Steve Jobs frequently used this position in his speeches. Pyramid hands is another way to control your body language. When people are nervous, their hands often flit about and fidget. When they're confident, their hands are still. One way to accomplish this is to clasp both hands together in a relaxed pyramid. But beware of overuse or pairing it with domineering or arrogant facial expressions. The idea is to show you're relaxed, not smug. You can also try using a wide stance. How people stand is a strong indicator of their mindset. When you stand in a strong and steady position with your feet about a shoulder width apart, it signals that you feel in control. A palms up gesture indicates openness and honesty. Oprah makes strong use of this during her speeches. She is a powerful, influential figure, but also appears willing to connect with the people she is speaking to, be it one person or a crowd of thousands. And finally, palms down can be viewed positively too. It signifies strength, authority, and assertiveness. Barack Obama has often used it to calm a crowd right after moments of rousing oration. The next time you give a presentation, try to record it, then review the video with the sound off, watching only your body language. How did you stand and gesture? Did you use any of these positions? If not, think about how you might do so the next time you're in front of an audience, or even just speaking to your boss or a big client. Practice in front of a mirror, then with friends, until these positions feel natural. Nonverbal communication won't necessarily make or break you as a leader, but it can help you achieve more successful outcomes.
So we can see how important the body language is in a presentation. Okay, now variation of voice. That's also very, very important in presentation. If we sound very monotonic using the same pitch, we are not using any pause, we are not building any climax. That doesn't actually attract the audience. We need to give meaningful, purposeful pauses to emphasize on a particular point. I will play a video here from Steve Jobs. The context is when he was actually trying to introduce iPhone to the world for the first time. We can see how he is using pauses, variation of tone to create a dramatic effect. So let's have a look at this video.
Well, today we're introducing 3 revolutionary products of this class. The first one is a widescreen iPod with touch controls. The second is a revolutionary mobile phone. And the third is a breakthrough internet communications device. So, 3 things: a widescreen iPod with touch controls, a revolutionary mobile phone, and a breakthrough internet communications device. An iPod, a phone, and an internet communicator. An iPod, a phone. Are you getting it? These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device.
So we can see how Steve Jobs is varying his voices, taking dramatic pauses to make his point very clear to the audience. So these are very useful techniques. The last one is the engaging the audience. We definitely should not be reading from the slides. If we keep reading at the slides, then definitely the consequence will be our audience dozing off or losing concentration. We can keep the audience engaged. We can ask them questions. We can tell them relatable stories, ask short questions, invite quick reactions. We can get cue from the audience and we can adjust our delivery. If we feel we need to explain more or we need to jump through our presentation, we can adjust our pace accordingly. And another important thing is handling unexpected situation. Like sometimes during the presentation, there can be fumble. There can be unexpected situation. How we already saw one example from Elon Musk, how he gracefully handled the situation. We'll see another example from Barack Obama because I feel Barack Obama is a great speaker. If we fumble during our presentation, we need to make it look natural. We should not over apologize. We should make it natural and gracefully handle the situation. Let's have a look at this video.
Whether you offer some special skill or just an extra set of hands and a sympathetic ear. I know you're busy. I know that sometimes, even if you don't like to admit it, service can feel a bit like a chore. But if Mallory Myers can repeat last year's success and get more than 12,000 students to perform more than 100, let me try that again, 1,200, it's so much, it boggles the mind. Mallory, 12,000 students and 1,200 service activities in this community. If Mallory can do that, then surely you can round up a few friends to volunteer in your community too.
So we can see how Barack Obama used his sense of humor to handle this fumble and made it look so natural. So that is the skill of a very good presenter, and it comes through practice, of course.
What do you offer?
Now, in the post-presentation stage, it is the time for reflection. We can ask for specific feedback, constructive feedback from the audience. We can request feedback from the colleague or mentor who are sitting at the audience with the audience. We can record ourselves and we can play back, and we can ask the question to ourselves: what went well? What went bad? How can we improve next time? This reflection is very, very important for building confidence. Another important thing I feel is to celebrate the small wins. Like every presentation is a progress. So we should acknowledge the small improvement, because there is a famous quote from Harvard professor Teresa. She said, we should track our small wins to motivate big accomplishment. So give yourself credit that we have accomplished something, and so that we can move forward for further improvement. So the take-away message, I divided the confidence building journey in three. Before the presentation, we build a solid foundation. During the presentation, we exhibit confidence. And after the presentation, we self-reflect and we sustain the confidence. So thank you very much for listening. If you have any feedback or comments, I'm happy to address them. Thank you very much.
Yes, all right. Thank you so much, sir, for the wonderful presentation. Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
think I could relate with the hand gestures whenever we do a presentation in front of the ladder, in front of many people. Yeah, I think most of us are actually not most of us, because yeah, we still there's still students who are not really confident enough and don't know what to actually what gesture is actually they need to do to be able to be seen as confident speaker in front of the crowd. But then let's probably hear from Vidisha. Anything you've learned today, Vidisha?
Yeah, actually, especially the videos of Elon Musk and Barack Obama, those things are really good. Like how they're handling the situation, even the most awkward situation.
Yeah,
It's not reflecting on their face. They're
yeah.
handling it gracefully, and that's a really good example. Like we can also do that. Maybe it's not that easy, but if we try, maybe we can be there as well.
Yeah, so these videos are very useful resources. So
Yeah.
I feel like Barack Obama, Elon Musk, they are very good presenters. So we can all always learn from their presentations.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
why
was a really
actually
good. And especially the hand gesture one, I really like
Hmm.
that one
Yeah.
because yeah, it's really helpful. Thank you so
Hmm.
much.
Thank you.
yes.
Thank you very
I
much.
I guess we need to practice the code that you've actually presented. It was practice, practice, practice. There was a code that you presented earlier. I couldn't remember everything because it was a bit long. But then I saw like a word that has been repeated 3 times. Hello, Ayun has been repeated 3 times, which is practice, practice, practice. And
Yeah.
yeah, in everything we need to practice to be able
Yeah.
to be confident.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Yes. And also maybe we could hear something from our students. We have here Jahidol. Anyone could you can drop a comment in the comment box. Also, yeah, we have one Catherine, a message from Catherine. This presentation is so great. I would like to commend Sir Arafat for being so prepared and
Oh,
confident
thank you.
himself.
Thank you very much, Catherine.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes. We really see your confidence too, sir, in building out. We were like, he is for this presentation, as he is showing a confidence of presenting in front of the students in the crowd. Yes. All right. Also, yes, Jahidol here, one of our students is typing in the box.
Yeah.
Anything would like to share their learning from this session, sir? Maybe.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I didn't get you. Sorry. Could you repeat, please?
Yeah, so one of our students is actually typing in the chat
Oh, right. Yeah.
box.
I can see Jahidul is
Writing in the
typing.
chat box.
Just
went down.
Yeah, we can just wait.
That's right. Oh, Jahidul, you can actually open your camera too, and feel free to talk. Open your camera and your microphone. Yes. Yes, there you go. We can see you. Now, would you like to
Hi,
share?
Hi, Jahidul.
hi,
Yes.
sir. Thank you so much, sir. It was a great lecture about presentation I have ever heard, and I love your lecture about that. And I'm not question. I just have one request to you. And if you don't mind, can I get the lecture slide with the videos? It would
You
be
mean the
very
presentation
very good
slides?
for
Yeah,
me to. Yeah, yeah,
sure,
yeah,
sure. We can make them available. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, sure. No problem.
I got it.
Yeah, that's all.
Yes.
That's all,
Thank
sir.
you.
And
Thank
The
you,
rest
Jahidul.
are
I
chat and
appreciate
I
that.
thank you
copied the
so
return
much
mail
Thank
for
you.
that.
from my
And
last
maybe
one. Yeah.
Nishal could
Can
mute
you
his
keep same
microphone as
as
well.
your like explaining about the presenter? Same thing or you? Oh, okay.
Shal, hello.
About
All right, thank you so much, Shahidul. We would just like to say thank you to Shahidul as well because he's one of the most active students when it comes to joining the webinar, sir. And let's hear from Catherine as well.
What? Oh,
Hi, Catherine.
hi there. Hi, sir. Yes, I would just like
Hi,
to commend
Catherine.
your presentation because you were just so
Maybe if you
clear.
could open your camera.
Oh, my camera's this thing. Okay, I
Yes.
did it. Hi, sir.
Hi,
Thank you
Catherine.
so much.
Thank
Yes,
you.
so for the information of the students as well and the staff, Sir Arafat actually just joined this term, right? And he has imparted a lot of knowledge already by doing this presentation. So thank you so much, sir. And for sure, we will um we will actually learn from it and apply it in our daily lives as well for
Thank
the
you very much. I appreciate it.
presentations.
Thanks for having
Thank
me.
you
Thank
so
you
much,
very much.
sir.
Yes, sir. We'll be more confident now in and doing the presentation. Last
Yeah.
but not the least, we'll hear some from Shiva Shankar. Thank you, Shivs. Shivs. Before we leave. Yeah, Pratham is actually here too, one of our active students as well.
I will see if I can attach the presentation file in this chat box so that.
Yeah, they can just download that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Access it from here. I'll just upload it from here.
Yeah, Shivs.
Yeah, I have shared the slides.
And cameras.
Yes. There you go. Hi, Shivs. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. It was very, very informative, and it was. I learned a little bit of more than how the presentation. It really is going to help me for my upcoming webinars as well. And yes, I learned a little bit more than what I knew. Also, I would really thank once again.
Thank you, Shiva. I
Yes.
appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, maybe Pratham. Pratham, do you want to share your thoughts and learnings from this webinar? I can see Pratham writing. Maybe you can open your camera or microphone and talk to us instead. Pratham? I hope he can hear us.
Yep, I think Pratham is just
Yes.
yeah. Right, his comment.
Right. All right. Thank you so much, sir. Yeah. Pratham. Let's just wait for Pratham. Pratham is writing. Sorry. That's all right. Yes.
Yeah, but it's really helpful, all of the
It
things
is.
that Sir Arafat tackled, because especially in our team in student support, we're always like the front facing, and we have these presentations as well. Even though we're working in this field, we still have to do like lots of presentation, and we can relate to it. And all of the points that you have instructed right now, sir, We will definitely use it, and we'll go back to the video as well, to the recording if we miss something, because we're focused on the students here coming in the reception as well.
All right. Thank you. Once again, thank you, Sir Arafat, for being one of our speakers in the Skills Hub webinar series for trimester 3. I hope you will be joining us again next trimester. Also, not just you, Batisha. Batisha was our lecturer, our speaker prior to you. So thank you so much, everyone. This concludes our webinar for today. I'll see you next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much.